It's time to get dark with Darker Image. All right. Well, everyone knows that I am a massive Rob Liefeld fan, so of course I have this from when it came out. And he just recently did a podcast talking about Darker Image, so I thought let's get this sucker out and look at it again. It's not bagged, it's not boarded. Didn't have I think it came in one of those. I think it came in a bag and it's opened. So what are you gonna do? I think this is the first appearance of all these guys. So you got Deathblow, Blood Wolf, and Max. I think this is the first appearance of all. If not, I've got number one of all these comics anyways, so it doesn't matter. But I'm pretty sure that these are all the first appearances. So you get three stories in here. Sam Keith is Max, Rob Liefeld is Blood Wolf, and Jim Lee is Deathblow. When reading this now, I just read it again now, I really got a sense of kind of heavy metal magazine. I always loved that magazine. I had a subscription for a long time, and I really like this concept of this anthology book with completely different characters. I can review this using my space system, story, pacing, artistry, characters, enjoyment. I mean, it's just going to get a 10 out of 10, to be honest. So there's not really much point in going through all of the categories for each story. I can maybe rank the stories, maybe, but we'll talk about it. So the first one is the Max. If you haven't read Max, it's actually very cool and very interesting. The art is great in all these comics. So there's Max there. So he travels between these two different realms. There's like the Outback, and then there's like sort of our realm here. And he's in our realm, he's sort of like a homeless kind of vagrant. And this girl kind of takes him in. And it goes back and forth between the two realms. There's a cartoon series, animated series, that's really cool. I have that on VHS and DVD. And yeah, I've got the entire run of this on digital. I did not continue it in physical form. I remember at the time thinking it was really neat. It looked cool, but I wasn't into the story as much. I think it was a bit too weird, and my tastes were more conventional. Like, to me, Blood Wolf was clearly the best thing in here. And it felt the most like a heavy metal issue. It even looked like heavy metal, just the art style. That's why Rob Liefeld was kind of my favorite. I liked Brigade a lot. I liked Youngblood. I just like the straightforward action, storytelling, get right to it. We know who the bad guys are. We know who the good guys are. And that's not to say there's not any subtleties, but, Max, there's a lot more weirdness to it, So it just wasn't something that I was dying over. But this Blood Wolf, man, is awesome. It's got the name Blood and Wolf, so it's going to be good. I love how this guy's like a cable, but he doesn't have an X. He's got like a Y. I just love the art here. It's always just so exciting to me to see this and check out his vehicle is like a gun as well. So the Blood Wolf story is basically he's come to kill this guy. He's delivering a package, but really he's gonna kill this guy. So there you go. And then Deathblow, to me at the time, was the weakest one at that time, because I wasn't big in the military or these are these mission-based ones. There's like an organization. Deathblow's partner was killed by this drug lord guy, and he wants to go get revenge. Meanwhile, Deathblow actually has a tumor. He has cancer. So I guess he's on a time, he's got a ticking time clock. And there's a bunch of guys that are sent to get him. So that was the storyline here. I remember thinking the art was kind of cool. It's Jim Lee, but the style was, I don't know, I didn't like the style as much back then. But looking at this now with today's eyes, I think it's awesome. It's 10 out of 10. If this could have come out today exactly as it is, like, without any alterations. If you just bought this today, 2023, you'd be like, this is awesome. Like, I don't feel that it's really dated at all. It's just, I mean, this is an amazing book. Like, you should buy this. If you don't have it, The cover price is $3.15 Canadian. It is on eBay for that price or less. I don't know. There's no Max film that's come out. There's no Death Blow like live action. If they do a Blood Wolf or a Max, then this is going to shoot up. If this is in fact their first appearance, which I do think that it is. If there's any one of these films that come out, then this is going to skyrocket. But right now, it's very affordable, and for $3.15, I mean, even at that time, that was a bit. Now $3.15 Canadian, it's $2.50 US. So $2.50 US, you could still get it for $2.50 US on online somewhere. But it is worth every penny. This is a great comic. So I just pulled this out because again, I was listening to the podcast and Rob was talking about Darker Image. And I remember thinking it was such a cool comic. I don't think there was another one. At least I don't have an issue 2. I don't think there was an issue 2. I think all these guys just kind of got their own series, which sucks because it would have been cool to continue this on as an anthology. I thought it was really neat. You got a cool Wildcats thing on the back. Yeah, I love this comic. I think it's 10 out of 10. If I was reviewing it today, I'd give it 10 out of 10. All 3 stories are great. I'm going to say I like the Blood Wolf one the best, then probably the Max, then probably Death Blow. But that has nothing to do with the actual creativity of it in either of them. I just, to me, Rob's work was always fun and exciting, and I gravitate towards his kind of style of having like big, huge weapons and guns and that kind of like crazy, anime, amped up, like take American style of bombastic characters and then throw in all this anime with these crazy layouts and huge weapons. I really like Cloud's got that huge dagger or huge sword and, massive guns and all that kind of stuff. Combine those 2 together, it's really exciting to me. The Max, just because of the weirdness of it and just kind of the uniqueness of it, speaks more to me now than it did then. I think the Max is one that has maybe for me personally got better. When I first encountered, I thought this looks cool, but I'd rather just stick with Brigade or something, right? Death Blow is way better today than when it was when I read it, but that's just because I wasn't into those kind of storylines, and I figured this guy's kind of a Punisher-ish guy, and I really like Punisher, so I don't need another Punisher character. But reading it now, it's much better than I remember it, and it holds up pretty damn good. So yeah, grab this on eBay. It's cheap. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts on Darker Image or Image Comics in general. So I want to hear from you guys. Do you like these 90s ones? I could do more. I've got lots of them. So let me know in the comments. All right. Until next time.